Yeah. Yeah, I don't have it set that way. Yeah, that was a great shot.
Taking off down to the left. I thought that was the F4U Corsair. Well, it was. The Navy back in the day had specific mechanisms they used to identify aircraft. We did it by General Motors, that's right, General Motors built these airplanes. That would be the F1. The first one to take out. Not the first comes around on that side. I really heard that little bit of a whistle. Japanese called this airplane the whistling death because when they heard that whistle, was going through the oil coolers in the leading edges of the wing. And it made that whistle sound. They knew they were coming at high speed. It's going to be a bad day for them. This airplane that you see is one of the original airplanes that launched the Confederate Air Force, now known as the Commemorative Air Force. It's not only historically significant, but thoroughly ingrained in the CAF heritage. License at age 17, he's flown commercial, chartering, currently flies as a crop duster, night pilot for Daniels Aviation in Colorado, Mississippi. Also flies single seat antenna. There's that whistling death. There's more than 9,500 flying hours. He's flown the P-47, the P-40, the Corsair, the P-51 Mustang, and the Hawker seats. All the engine time in terms of the P-47. So I mentioned it didn't mean all the flying. I said we medical school, trained as an anesthesiologist. For the subspecialty in pediatric anesthesiology, so Dr. Stan Music is now flying that Corsair for you. roles by the Navy and on up through 1950s. The wings, you'll see that they're not straight now that they're on the fuselage. Hesitation roll. Where if you saw the airplane when you were sitting there in the crowd, you noticed that the wings, as they left downward, just above the landing gear, they headed on up on a very positive angle out to the wing tip. The reason they did that was because this engine was developed, this 18-cylinder engine by Pratt & Whitney. It was the most powerful engine in the world at the time. It's 1,000 horsepower. But in order to capture all of that power from an engine that big, let's take a look at the Corsair. It all around into a barrel roll. You heard the thundering sound of that engine, 2,800 cubic feet. But when they developed that powerful engine, it was going to take over a 13-foot propeller to be able to contain and use all that power. So when they did that, it hit the ground. So they said, well, we're going to make this landing gear very, very long on top of the ground. When they did that, it was too spindly, so they said, well, what are we going to do? Bend in the wing. Let's get the photo pass. Take a look to the right. Love that deep throaty roar of the R-2800. So by doing that, they were able to make the landing gear of a sufficient length to clear the prop as well as retract into the fuselage. You'll see a P-40 flying a little bit later. The landing gear on the Corsair rotates 90 degrees before they pull it into the wheel well. They weigh P-40 down. So they did all that for the same reason. They could put landing gear on it, put it aboard a ship. And initially, they weren't even able to do that, even with the bent wing on the Corsair, so they gave it to the Marine Corps and said, fly them out of land bases. It's a great fighter. Nothing can compete with it in the air. So that's what they did. So you're watching Dr. Stan Music flying in the Corsair. He's going to stay in the air and make another pass for you here. Take a look at the airplane as he comes by this time. I think you're going to see everything extended. Doesn't look like he's going to be landing. I think he's going to pull the nose up. But there you see the bent wings, and you see flaps hanging down the back of the wings. B-24 on the roll. So we're going to get our naval aircraft up into the sky pretty soon here. You're going to see all of them flying by, doing some formation flybys for you. And then our Battle of the Pacific, the most popular event here at the World War II weekend. And our Marines put the flag up on Mount Sorolachi. Okay, so there's a way to do the outside now. F4U Corsair that you're watching, built in 1945 at the conclusion of the war. Sold in 1960 to member of the Air Force Hall of Fame member.